Boom, we're live. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world watching this. This is day 26 beta, and I just got myself back from the store, and so I got myself some supplements. And actually, I've been talking with you, April, if you watch this. I've been talking with you about, you've been talking about the supplements that you take, so I figure I needed to get back in that routine too, because I was doing that in the past, and more or less, let's face it, we're on the spectrum. We're not as healthy. We don't have the best genetics. Our brains have screwed up chemistry, and we need a little extra help, so I kind of did some research and kind of compiled a list of things to grab from various different vendors, or should I say various websites that talk about these kinds of things. And so the four most common that come to mind are going to be good old omega-3 fish oil, magnesium, B vitamins, and good old melatonin. Now, I ran out of this stuff this week, and it was a very restless week for me because I have found that I cannot function without this stuff. And now the magnesium, this stuff is good for for me. I get a lot of headaches and migraines, and I find that this stuff kind of keeps them at bay. And I had kind of gone without this stuff for a while, and it's definitely noticeable how much more I suffer when I don't have magnesium. And then another thing, it's that recommended a B complex vitamin for antioxidant and stuff. And then they're talking about omega-3 stuff to balance out omega-6. And apparently these are things that we are all lacking on the spectrum. And actually, since I have my computer up here, we'll just boot this up briefly. And I'll find the website again here that was talking about what each of these supplements do. So beyond that, today I also got some stuff to clean the bathroom, and I also got a brand new paper shredder and some bags for the Kirby. I worked a total of 60 hours last week, and so this is kind of what I typed in here. Oh boy, where did I find it? I found the website that had a very good list of well, we'll just do a separate one here. I think this is like one of the sites here. B6, essential vitamin that is necessary for 60 biological processes. Magnesium, essential mineral that is necessary for health of every cell in the body. But yeah, there's a lot of reading material that talks about like B6 and then omega-3s balancing out that kind of stuff. But I think I'm going to give this kind of a baseline try, and then we'll see how things go. And maybe I'll check back in a month. But in the meantime, we'll kind of shift gears here for just a few minutes. I know that one of my more popular videos was me ripping apart a paper shredder and trying to fix it. Well, I got this thing today at the store, and this one, unlike the last one, which was medium duty, this one is designed for heavy duty use. And so I think what I can do here is I can unbox it for you live and in person on camera, even though it's Saturday and I got nothing better to do. So this is top side here. Yeah, this is going to replace the old medium duty shredder that didn't exactly work to my expectations. Fortunately, we're upside down. Hi, Cranky. Kind of a little late to the show today, but I was just talking about supplements because I figure I'm going to try some, but I got a new paper shredder, and this thing is heavier than God knows what. So anyways, this is the cord, and unfortunately the cord has a thing around it, and it's making it difficult to get the little plastic wrapping off of it. Okay, back in business. And so this thing just has like a little, and it's got wheels. And then it's got a smaller thing here, which I wonder what that's for. And then here's the instruction manual. This is the plastic that they put over it. So I'm wondering if this is for where the, like if you want to shred up your credit cards, your CDs and stuff, all the debris goes in there. I bet that's what that does. But in the meantime, we've got some, is it not fun? Oh, it certainly is a lot of fun. But, as I was talking, if you go through my channel, on my old paper shredder, I kind of go through some videos with that one where I had some issues with it, and there's plastic on the outside of that too. That was my finger. So much fun to do this one-handed too. Consignmer paper shredders are never that great. Is that like the brand name there over in the Netherlands? Because this is a Fellows. Oh, Consumer. I was gonna say I don't know what the major brands are over there where you are in the Netherlands, but This seems to be the big name here in the States for this kind of stuff is Fellows. But let me tip this on its side. Oh, you guys do have Fellows over there. So that's one in. That's two in. This thing cost me like 160 US dollars. I wanted to get a heavy duty one, and so this better be well worth it. I'm gonna need two hands to hold this here. Right. Top of this thing, I swear, weighs like 25 pounds. And there's something else down here too. And so there's obviously a safety switch in there so that it don't eat your fingers up when the thing is open. And it's got an overheat alarm on it too. Oop. So yeah, that's on. So I wonder if it's just on all the time. I'll just put a piece of junk mail through it and I'll see what it does. Hy-Vee Cranky, that is our major grocery store brand here here in my part of the States. So let's see if this works. Ooh. And it's quiet too. Oh, it's very satisfying. I got this lovely thing in the mail. This is basically scare mail that people send to you when they want to try and scam you for stuff. But like if you call the number and actually listen to it, it's something that they're basically trying to con you into spending money on stuff that you really shouldn't. So I hear a click, which means that there is a relay that actuates the motor, and the motor itself is very, very quiet. So I'm guessing that it's probably like an 1800 RPM induction motor or something like that. That's kind of spinning around in there and moving those shredder teeth. And there's probably much mechanical advantage with the transmission in there, so it runs those down with a ton of force, which will make for a very, very, very efficient means of getting rid of papers there. But what else can we shred? This video is turning into a lot of fun here. We'll see if it can do this. This is a little thicker. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it that thick. But it does have reverse on it, so... Oh, it's going to try again. Yeah, it's liking this much better now. So you figure it'll do about 6 sheets. So anyways, what's new with you, Cranky? How's life been treating you over there in the Netherlands? It's nighttime by you guys. It's kind of it's just before 4 or 5 o'clock here, so I think you guys are like what, 8 hours ahead of us. So it's got to be getting like pretty close to your bedtime over there in your part of the country. But we're kind of going almost midnight. Okay, yeah. So, but we kind of got ourselves a little bit of a. We woke up very late today. My usual wake-up time is around 11 a.m. noon, so I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Yeah, if I go to our lowly friendly weather service and pull up the local thing here, the local forecast, I think we're supposed to get a 40% chance of storms, and it's supposed to rain all weekend, and we actually do need some rain here because we've got, we actually have drought conditions, believe it or not, Cranky. Because like this red area here is a very dry part of the state, and I am right about there, so we were just kind of on the border of some low-level drought conditions. And our weather patterns here in the States are such that what happens a lot of times is you get like a dome of high pressure that builds, and that kind of inhibits any precipitation from forming over the 26 Celsius here, and has not rained in 3 days. So yeah, you're about the same temperature we're at here, 26 Celsius. I'm trying to do my mathematical conversions. I think that's like around 80 Fahrenheit or somewhere around in that neck of the woods. Let me click back here, because I think they actually give you Celsius on here too. Yeah, so there it is here in Cedar Rapids, 24 Celsius. So you're like 78 or something like that, or a little warmer than, just a little bit warmer than us. Do you sup, Cranky? I don't know if you caught the beginning of my video, but I gotta start taking this stuff again. Because I used to in the past, and I kind of got out of it, and I figured that I can make up for it with diet, but it's just not, diet's just not doing it for me, because I gotta lose a little weight, and unfortunately the diet, I'm kind of losing a lot of stuff, and so I kind of compiled a lot of things from just internet searches. Only a basic vitamin and melatonin. Melatonin or melatonin? Is that completely different, or is that the same thing as melatonin? Is that this stuff, or is that something else? It's a typo. Okay, so yeah, melatonin. That isn't this stuff just absolutely amazing? I mean, before I found this stuff, I just couldn't sleep for you know what. And ever since I've started taking melatonin at night, I've actually got a chance in hell of getting a good night's sleep, and it definitely has helped out an awful lot. And I was taking magnesium because I was getting like really terrible migraines, and magnesium is supposed to help with migraines, and this stuff actually does work. But obviously I'm gonna have to supplement now because I need to, but I've never taken, because I'm going to have to supplement now because I have to deal with nothing helped as melatonin. Yeah. And apparently we are very deficient in omega, us autistics, we're very deficient in omega-3, so I'm going to try some of this stuff and see how it goes. And then I was reading about B6, so I just got like a B complex vitamin. I'm trying to think here exactly what the website was saying, but I say get this stuff. So I'm going to try these in like a combo and just see how it goes. But anyways, I don't think April is going to come join me. She is probably busy today, so I've waited a bit. I see some weird pixelation when I move my thumb across the screen. I will keep you posted. I definitely will do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go wrap up this video so I can at least, because I got to put that in the trash, so. I'm going to do this again tomorrow sometime, and hopefully I'll catch you when I come on, so, see you later, Cranky.